Hello and welcome to Two Indoor Gaming, my build series. Me and 6-4 have been working on our little township here, and a few things to show you. That's our little Crimson Citadel from this side of the river, and it is the basic blueprint for the tower castle. We just changed pretty much every block, so I'll show you that from close up, but that's overlooking our township. Done a lot of clearing. If you watch the last one, you'll see that there's a lot less stuff around. Been working on framing the paths, so there's a lot more to do with lampposts. Just my standard style of lampposts with a bit of iron fence and nice white light of a wood burning lamp at the top, inverted, so the whole bit's on the bottom. I think that looks much better. Over here is the beginnings of a zoo. So 6-4 is framing that out, starting to frame that out with just these shredded leaves, just getting an idea of the scale before he starts putting down some solid blocks from that. So be on the lookout for that in a future episode. Now, if you've seen my tutorial series, these next two buildings won't be that much of a surprise, but 6-4 liked them so much he demanded I recreate them here from my tutorial world. Just a few design changes. This is our teleporter courtyard. Lots of limestone with diamond glass highlights. So a few design changes. This was I had obsidian ramps. Oh, I have them in my other world. So I've just got diamond ramps now. I've recessed the lights, the lanterns there into the floor. So it's just pretty simple little courtyard, just to keep the teleporters in seclusion, I guess, but also with a bit of logic. Doesn't have to look bad, just like a room full of teleporters. This is just a little nicer viewpoint. So yep, that's our teleporter courtyard. That can be obviously extended as far as we want, or we can put some levels on it. I like the open look though. Over here is our home base, my little hacienda sort of style. I don't know, I just limestone and wood. I just like that effect. Simple, just a modular sort of building. So we have our little workroom here. So obviously processes and furnaces. This is just our little fuel chest. Got like a workbench here, and just put some little what do you call them? These things, flower pots up here to just look like things that might hold work items. And here's all our technical manuals on the side. So some nice carpeting. This is our little dining hall. This is the sink, as well as I could make one anyway, with a bit of flowing water in a flower pot. Shelf there. There's nothing I've confined yet that can make it look like taps, maybe in a future update. We've got our cooking station and a couple of chests turned around to look like benches, but obviously inside is all our ingredients. So that's the kitchen and dining room. Our storage, all of our stuff labelled with signs. We go up to the second floor. Here we've got our, see through here, touchstones. So we go upstairs to the big library over here. Just reading nooks, a few open windows. This is the bathroom. Hopefully it's not being used at the moment. Haha. With the basin. We've got a little archstone up there looking like a little bit like a bar of soap. Anyway, the throne, porcelain throne with nice flowing water, and the bathtub with nice seashell decorations. And I thought a little stun bomb looked a little bit like maybe a shampoo bottle and a bar of soap. So yeah. That's the bathroom. Beautiful tiling. And diamond door. Again, this is the bedroom. Maybe one day I can put some armor on here, or even leather or something, so it might look like clothes shelves or something like that. I don't know. Just need a little more decorations to come into the game. A few weapons racks. Again, with the pretty flowers. Out here is my nice viewing seat after a hard day's mob killing or building. I'm going to have a seat here and survey the landscape. Not sure about the flowers on the side there in the garden beds. I'm just playing around there at the moment until I find something I like better. Oh, what's he doing on the roof? Okay, I thought that was lit enough that nobody would get up there. Maybe he fell from the sky. You may have noticed mobs do that occasionally. Fall from the sky. Okay, so yeah, that's our house and our teleporter courtyard. We've got big plans for this, and every time I start one thing I want to do another thing, so it always takes longer than I think. I want them to fix this ice forming when it's not a cold zone, so that's really annoying. I don't want to have to change all of this water to bog water or mineral water just so that I don't have ice forming. I hope they fix that soon. Yeah, more paths, more stuff I've cleared. Two more things to show you, or well, one more thing, and then we'll go to the Crimson Citadel. So I really like how that's turned out, though. We're not finished with it, just the basics. So first we'll go to our little corruption cabin. So a little base when we need to harvest a bit more corruption dust and whatnot. It's quite simple, not too fancy. We've just got our made out of corrupted stone wall, bit of blue carpet, and the like. Out one side we have a ladder that goes up to the lava zone if we need to harvest items from there. Otherwise we have this nice little walkway out into the corruption. Dun, 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 dun. And I like how these Artec, are they lanterns? Yeah, Grandad Tuck lanterns look. I think that gives it a nice effect. So basically I can lure mobs here, I can not get corruption damage, and while I fight them, well, I get a little bit here, but if I go up the ladder, of course they can't reach me, and I won't get hurt as well. So yeah, that's a little corruption cabin, just so we've got a base of operations while we're here. And last thing. Oh, don't freeze on me now. What are you doing? Sorry about that, little glitch for some reason. Oh, I missed putting in some iron bars there. Sorry for that, overlooked. And Crimson Citadel. So like I said, this is the simple blueprint for the castle tower. I'll show you. Where are we? Sorry, I want to go to the store. This one here, Tower Castle. When you look at it, it's a lot of stone, and we didn't really want it to look that bland, and so I went through Just Jen's finished video of it, had to think about how we might look at it, and had a chat with 6-4, and we settled on this Crimson Castle. Now this took ages to build, simply because pretty much every block we chose needed iron, and iron is harder to find than diamond. This would have been quicker if we'd made it out of diamond blocks than hardened lava wall and igneous wall. So all we did is just a straight swap instead of stone, you know, or cobblestone, whatever. One thing is, this in the original blueprint is a different, like these bottom two levels are a different block to above, like, and I tried quite a few things, settled on cobblestone, but it just didn't look right, and in the end I just made them uniform. I think it looks quite excellent that way. We've got a little bit of red stained glass. That is a purchase recipe. And what we've done here is, once I realised that glass doesn't change the light given off by a lamp. Obviously the lamps looked silly and didn't fit. You couldn't put enough torches to light everywhere. Because this is canyon stone, mobs will still spawn on it unless it's lit. And the torches I couldn't put enough of them around. And then I came up with this idea. We put the red stained glass down. I didn't like the red burning lamps because I don't like the red light. I prefer a clean white light. So this was a way to put the clean white light but still have a red look. So that's why that's on the floor. That's obviously not in the original blueprint. That's an addition we made. So here we are. The Crimson Castle. Iron stairs. Here's a little tour. They need more types of ladders. Had to stick with that. One thing I'm not sure about is how there's a tower on this corner and the opposing corner and not on those twos. It looks a bit unbalanced to me. Maybe one day it'll bug me enough that I'll put 2 more towers in on the other corners. Also, we've got, obviously being up, it's cold. Oh, there's a lamp I forgot to remove. Sorry. Clean that up. So we've got fire pits in, and if you stand next to that, it deals with your cold exposure, which is nice. So the little torches, so whenever you get cold, you can huddle around a fire pit. So what you find in a lot of these rooms and spaces is fire pits everywhere, because that just makes sense. You're going to be in a big cold tower that you're going to be using a lot of warmth. Yeah, and then we go at the top. I might fill in that block now that they've changed the ladder. Like, you used to have 2 blocks here because you couldn't fit on the ladder otherwise, but now you don't. So I might fill that in, give it I guess fill the floor around a bit there. Now there was one room in here that was just sort of weird in the blueprint. You follow the blueprint and it doesn't go all the way to the floor. So I just filled that in, but otherwise, so yeah. Up the top, instead of peak stone, we've got hardened lava floor. Not just can really see it from anywhere except inside this room because it's too high. So there we go. That's what we've done so far. Like I said, so many plans for so many things. So keep watching, we'll keep you up to date with the builds. 6.4 is very keen to get to work on the zoo to show you, so we can showcase all of the fauna of this wonderful land. And yeah, I have invited a couple of select people to join the server, and hopefully I'll be able to show you some of what they're working on as well in the next episode. So if you've got any suggestions or buildings you'd like to see, pop it down in the comments and I'll see if I can accommodate you, unless I think it's a silly idea, and then I'll just laugh at you. But in a nice kinda way. Yes. Thank you for watching, and we'll catch you next time here at 2 Indoor Gaming.